You guys hear me?
Yes.
All right. Thank you to insert name for the Thank you to Ms. Hickman for the introduction.
Insert name.
We're off to a good start here. Faculty, staff, friends, family, distinguished graduates of 2023, undistinguished graduates of 2023, I'm sitting here as well, just kidding. It is an honor to have this opportunity, and I'm excited to speak to you today. Now, I want to begin with a few words of gratitude to teachers and staff. I know that this is just one of the many cycles you've witnessed. You know, the all too familiar turn of the tassel as another bunch of ladybirds are mercilessly thrown out of the nest to fly. To you, we are just another graduating class. But I hope you recognize that from the bottom of our hearts, we thank you for guiding us, for teaching us, for maintaining order in the office, for keeping this campus clean, for making it possible for us to be here. Again, thank you all. And to the parents here, your child is graduating. I mean, it doesn't feel too long ago when you sent them to their first day of high school. They grow up so fast, am I right? Just to clarify, I'm not a parent. You sent them to not just a school, but a second home. Thank you for allowing or forcing them to be part of this community. Again, thank you all. Now, class of 2023, we made it. 4 years of peak character development, plot arcs, good and bad, changes, some big and some small, all leading up to this moment. You know, I've been told by Mr. Bensley that this speech is supposed to reminisce about the past and look forward into the future. And I was informed of this honor about 5 weeks ago, so I've had plenty of time to review and correct and finalize this speech. Graduation speech is, you know, pretty important. So, as I was typing it out at my desk last night, I realized that I didn't know what to say, or what could have been said. It was a real challenge. But what do we UHS students do when pushed to our limits in the face of great adversity? We give up and we cry. I went to my brother's room, he's a freshman, by the way, and just collapsed onto his bed. He asked if I was okay. I told him that it's starting to hit, that I'm graduating soon, and I can't process the idea of leaving. And after a brief silence, he said, I will miss you guys. Of course, I gave him a confused expression and asked him why, and he said it was because we were mature, yet fun to be around. And that was the first time I heard we were mature. Well, I continued rambling about senioritis, graduation, the woes of life, while he played games on his computer. And then he said one thing that stood out to me. That's way in the future for me. How intriguing. You know, it doesn't seem too long ago when we were a crowd of beady-eyed incoming freshmen boarding a giant spaceship that we would call our home for the next 4 years. And granted, that group has dwindled a bit. Some people have left, but others have joined us in the last 2 years, namely Quinn and Ryan Arik. But it's incredible how time passes. You know, one moment, we're on the campus tour, scrambling after the heels of our peer mentors, like young fledglings. And the next day, we're here, walking across the stage, graduating with our diplomas, and soon we will be taking flight into everything the future has to offer. Specifically frats, sororities, and ragers. A lot will change in class of 23. A lot will change. I think about our high school reunion, all the catching stories that will be shared, and how everyone will have moved on. Imagine it, The students 10 years in the future will be cramming for the law's physics final. The children will be watching a movie drawn by Francis and directed by Emily. Meanwhile, Jordan will have refined his bartending skills and is putting it to good use. Isaac will have spiritually and religiously evolved by then and will show up to the reunion strutting on his hands. Not to mention, Joey won't even be there because he'd be in the hospital after giving squirrels a second chance. I'm sorry, that was me. I should stop picking on the students. Janelle will be selling drugs. Any pharmacy, guys. And Andrew will be selling drugs. Senior year is widely... I'm kidding, Andrew, I'm kidding. Senior year is widely regarded as the best of the 4 years, especially in the second semester when the hailing storm of college apps has passed, leaving in its wake sunlight, rainbows, and, as crazy as it sounds, time for yourself. But I argue that this final semester is actually the worst. I mean, there are quite a few things that give us a hard time this year. College applications, musicianship, exams, Mr. Roberts' reading quizzes. But the most painful aspect is the inescapable reality that these past few years and everything we've built within that time span are all coming to a close. In 2019, the first days of high school, I went after school to get boba with Lauren, Sienna, and Lewis. That was my first time I've gone anywhere with friends. I was awkward, but I was happy. The first time. And in my mind, I bookmarked the first moments of everything. The first step I took onto this campus, the first lunch with my friends, the first time learning the alma mater. Inevitably though, for every beginning there is an end. And as we rapidly approach the resolution of this phase, realizing that there isn't much time left, this age-old concept of beginnings and ends slowly sinks in. And we start to notice the last of the seemingly mundane. The last hour of class, lunch together, last time seeing the alma mater, even just being together. And at the end of each day, you wave goodbye to your friends, and you begin to wonder how many goodbyes were left, how many shared laughs. You start counting down the number of hugs. We don't really consider the end of the journey until it is right in front, staring us squarely in the face. And some of your close friends who you feel like you'd be with for a long time back when you were freshmen are just moments away from partying. It's exhilarating, but sorrowful how these years, like wind, flew by swiftly. So swiftly that we are left blankly staring at an empty campus glowing in the sunset. You know, there is a phrase that Mr. Jones would say at the end of every class. Sadly, our time together is too short. And he was right. It really has been too short of a journey, and I wish that somehow more time can be added, or that the remaining days would slow down. I think the meaning of those words have never set until now, and it's real, and it hurts. And I dread the day that this community separates. When the seniors won the Phoenix Bowl, students proudly donning the color yellow ran around screaming that we won the Phoenix Bowl. We won. Not just the team, but all of us. I think it was then that I realized that I've been part of